just because something's odd doesn't mean it doesn't add up, right? And yet we use that term to mean that there's something wrong or suspicious when things are odd, right? In that sense. But if you do your maths, there's just as many odd numbers as even numbers, and they're all real, so they all make sense, right? And if you follow me here, right, something I find odd, not suspicious, because I'd be unwise to say suspicious, but something I find odd was at the incident where there were 3 police cars on the outskirts of Melbourne that approached me last week, around a week ago, when I was at a nature reserve, and they said that some guy, Luke, had taken a rope and a chair, and I was flabbergasted that, I wasn't aware that the person that was parked near me had a rope and chair. And anyway, but what I didn't mention to them was the fact that there were 3 police cars with multiple police officers in each of those cars for one person that was only a potential threat to himself, if that was what was happening. I find that odd, but also the 2 police officers that were in the nearby bush that I could see like a couple of minutes, like just as before I left, a couple of minutes after they got there, allegedly looking for someone, but there's no dense trees for anyone to hide behind, and they were just standing there laughing, like they had smiles on their faces, and I thought that doesn't add up. They don't look like people that are concerned for somebody that's potentially going to take their life. I thought that's odd. And the second car that rocked up with the young police officer that I was speaking with as I was putting my shoes on just here in my driver's side seat of my car, just before I left, I was speaking with him, and he seemed all uppity and nervous as I got out of my car, and I had to go to the loo, so I had to leave. Right? There was no toilet there, and he was very nervous and like fidgety, and I thought that doesn't make sense. Why is he? I've got to go. But I'm not involved with whatever that situation. I feel for the guy, obviously. I'm not involved. And he said, "Yeah, you can go. Just get in your car. Don't get out." I said, "That why? How could that be relevant?" Well, anyway, doesn't add up. But something I find that's really odd is the word suspicious and suspect have the same root word, and that each of those can be used as as a weapon. If you say you're suspicious of something, right, that can be used against you. Yet in the law, the legal and law enforcement industries, they use the word suspect to suit themselves as a positive word, because they say people are suspects in a crime. That doesn't add up, right? You think about that? It doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense, does it? Something's fishy there. How can we use the same words for different reasons and purposes just because we say so, when there's no basis for it in reality that adds up?